welcome to the third episode of the Pop Culture Roundtable, the bi-weekly podcast where we break down all the latest news and reviews from across the nerdy pop culture sphere. I'm Liam. I'm joined by Timon.
Hello.
And George.
I swear he hasn't gotten my name any of these episodes.
Have you guys
Is it now George?
It's Ja, my friend.
Ja. Oh, that was close. I mean, that's pretty good for a complete stranger.
Yeah, you're right. Good job. Nice.
All right, cool. We had a pretty light news cycle over these past 2 weeks, so I thought, why don't we toss it around, just talk about what we've been watching, what we've been consuming over the past 2 weeks. So, Timon, you want to start?
Give me a second. I actually have to think about it.
Okay.
I have
so
one,
we'll go to.
I'll try to find a couple.
You said Jeremiah?
No, sir.
Okay.
Ja, at your service.
Ja. Okay, I'll remember that. Can I? Let me write that down. I should probably write that down.
I hate you. No, I haven't really been touching much new stuff these past few weeks. I've been replaying a few old video games, but I'm watching Jojo, and that's been going really well actually. It's really cool.
Yeah.
What's happening in Jojo? Right now?
Loki can't say. I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay.
I don't know.
Pitch. I don't know. The only thing I've heard
I don't
about
know
the series
anything
is that
about
he's
JoJo.
misogynistic. So pitch me. Give me an elevator pitch.
I was gonna say I literally know nothing about the show. So
JoJo's a really cool show. The thing I like about it,
The misogyny.
In part, I'm joking. I think the best aspect of the show is that it's literally an anime, but it has a twist that does something different. This isn't really a spoiler because you kind of
That's fine.
You're introduced to this in the beginning, but JoJo essentially takes place in a style whereas in every season there's a different character.
Okay, so it's kind of what would you call it? An anthology series?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But
Okay.
you're still ultimately following the same story more or less with huge major changes to it, and that's really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's a cool concept.
yeah, you had me at the misogyny. So
and then there's
I'm joking.
Yeah, it's an older anime, so there's some interesting jokes in there. But
when does it come out?
I have no clue, to be honest. But I want to say maybe around the post Naruto-ish era, when that was kind of coming out.
Oh, that's not that old.
No,
I thought you
but
meant Dragon Ball Z old.
No, not that old. But not super new, like My Hero or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you explain other things to me?
What's up, Chief?
What's a Jotaro? And what's a Dio? I know their characters, but what is going on there? What is?
Well, that's literally two of the best questions you ever could have asked, bro.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say too much about Jotaro because that is a character. He is a main character in the series.
Yeah. So he's he's big dick out. He's coming around within different seasons. He's around more than just his one season.
Would you say that he goes on adventures and that those adventures are bizarre?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
To give you context without giving you any context, he's one of the JoJos, which obviously you have no idea what that means yet, but that kind of, I hope, puts things into perspective a little more. He's one of the JoJos.
And Dio isn't.
No, Dio.
Okay.
Dio's a prominent figure.
Is he a dodo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Mio?
These are all great questions.
The flavored shit you put in water.
It's actually the show too.
He's
in
a
prominent figure that will.
He's a sentient character.
He's special. He's because I know his moves from Jump Force, but he's in the narrative of that show. He's one of the guys. That dude's raw. Or
he is raw.
Interesting.
He's very interesting.
Okay.
He's actually one of my favorite characters. He's also a misogynistic hotspot.
Of course.
If you will. But no, JoJo's been a really cool show. Definitely like it so far. I don't want to keep going because I think this season I'm on right now. I'm on the last season pretty much.
Yeah.
And I want to eventually buy the first book of the manga because that's gonna be really cool too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How long is it? How many seasons?
It's 2 seasons on Hulu, but it's structured kind of weird.
It's way longer. Than that.
It's fucking 48 episodes in I think collectively. It's kind of structured weird. So there's multiple seasons in the series.
Okay.
I want to say 3 or 4. I actually heard recently they're coming out with a new one,
oh, cool.
really soon too. Which was
the new character dropped.
I would assume
or is dropping.
I would assume
because it's different
JoJo
characters
too?
And stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
is it gonna be Jojo Joe?
Jojo.
It's a little bit more interesting though. That's a cool concept.
Yeah.
At its core.
I hadn't seen it like that before.
Misogyny aside, I guess. I don't know what the point of it is. If it's they're making fun of it or something. But
to an extent.
or like just like making fun of like the super machismo like
Yeah.
main character, and if that's like what they're doing, that's like super funny to me.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like shows like that are like pretty cool, like the concept of like a different character every season. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah.
I thought these are all just like different like fuckers, and I know they have like rules like inside their bodies, like Danny Phantom's like controlling them or something.
Yes.
Damn, they ripped
yeah,
off
I
Danny
gotta see
Phantom.
it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's pretty
I might try it out if you like it's supposed to be good.
I'd strongly recommend it because it's one of like the bigger, like I wouldn't say big three, but it's one of like that big tier of animes for a reason. Like it
it's
has
like
pretty
a
strong
lot of
animes.
people love it. Like,
Yeah.
Like TikTok loves it.
Bro, I literally just went into it because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I kind of like being exposed to it and seeing it. It was pretty. It was worth the venturing out. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I start it.
Please do. Please do.
Timon, you've been.
I guess. Let me. If I have to like pick someone, I'll like pick one thing. Inside by Bo Burnham. I was trying to think of a few
You
things.
can talk about more than one. But...
I'm trying, but I can't think of like that many.
Okay.
But yeah, Inside by Bo Burnham has like been on my mind like hell. That's like the best comedy special I've seen in like
Is it that thing?
years.
Is that the thing you were telling me about?
Yeah. The one on Netflix.
Ah.
The one I was like, he's like a musical comic. So like sometimes people are like, oh, this is hacky, but like he's like really good in my opinion.
Huh?
And like also like this like I don't know, the special is like different tier, at least to me. Like I don't know, I've been following his career since like he like was like on YouTube-ish, like was just getting started, and then like I've watched his like specials and like a lot of the stuff he talks about and like deals with in that. Though I'm not a white guy, haha, I deal with a lot of the same like kind of like issues. So I'm like, it was like always cool to see like somebody who I like want like in like a type of field of career I always like admired, or like I mean I'm trying to go into like writing like comedy and stuff, and like see him like going through a lot of these like things that I felt like I was going like through. And, like, just, like, watching him, like, do it, but, like, joking around and just, like, goofing and gaffing. It was, like, always cool. And, like, this newest special, he takes that to, like, a different level of, like, hey, everybody, like, everybody's just been inside. And I've been away from comedy for 5 years. And he, like, comes back and he's, like, because he quit. Like, he had quit, but he came back because, like, he quit because of his, like, anxiety. And, like, he, like, was having, like, panic attacks on stage and shit. And then, like, he's just not, like, he's, like, obviously not, like, a super mentally well person. So, like, he's, like, inside, and, like, obviously that was terrible for everybody who has, like, mental health issues. The pandemic has been terrible. Mm-hmm. So, like, like, he's just, like, made this, like, funny-ass comedy special. Because it's, like, what distracts him from just, like, the pain of existence. And, like, it's, like, so fucking good. And he's just, like, talking about all the stuff going on in the world. And I really liked it because, like, he doesn't ever really say what he thinks in his comedy. That's how he's always been. But, like, this was, like, the first time he, like, was basically saying, like, this is what I think. And it was, like, really cool. And, like, it was, like, almost, like, introspective. And, like, I don't want to give away too much, but I really liked it. I thought it was, like, super funny. I've watched it, like, at least, like, 4 times. Like, it was, like super topical to, like, things going on. So, I don't know. I think the best thing about comedy is, like, the surprise. Yeah. So I'm going to, like, leave it there. So, hopefully, like, the people listening, if you haven't watched it, watch it. If you have watched it, it was fire, right? And then, like, you guys should watch. Well, Liam watched it with me, but you should watch it if you're, like, have, like, time, want to laugh a little bit.
Bro, I want to so bad.
You should. It's pretty good. I think it's something that's, like, a special piece of art. Because, like, I'm like, bro, how do you talk about, like, the one thing I was dreading was stuff like this. Stuff like, oh my god, pandemic, we're in a pandemic, like that, like 90 Day Fiance, but pandemic, like all that shit. I like 90 Day Fiance. Didn't need to make a pandemic version. Like you know?
I love 90 Day Fiance.
We'll throw out the adjectives. But like, at the end of the day, he made something that actually, at least for my pandemic experience, felt like he, like, encapsulated it very well. Yeah. You know, that's just really cool. Just like how, like, it feels, but, like, in, like, the funniest way. Yeah. And just be like, yeah, I don't know. Watch it. Watch it.
I'm actually gonna keep it. Because, like, I remember you were telling me about it. And that's, I mean, should I like comedy? I like to laugh.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see that shit, bro.
You'll definitely laugh. Also, you should watch some of his older, like, humor. Some of it, like, you know, we live in the year of our Lord 2021. We gotta, like, be, like, you know, honest. Some of it's, like, problematic, I guess. Some of it's, like, you know, shock humor. But, like, it's he's always self-aware about it.
I was like, I don't want to, like, spoil, but he, like, references that in the new one. He has that song about, like...
he's like, a self-aware guy.
I won't say, but yeah, he, like, addresses it straight up, which is at least better.
And like, he's not coming... And, like, everything he does never comes from a standpoint of, like, oh, I'm better. It's like, oh, this is me at this point in my life. And, like, it's cool because, I don't know, I've gotten to see, like, as somebody who's followed him for a long time, it feels like I actually got to see him, like, grow. And, like, we were kind of growing up because he's, like, a bit older. He's, like, 30. I'm 23. So that's, like, 7 years. But that's close enough to feel like that's like somewhere you've walked, like you're like close in age.
He's
in,
like one
life.
stage
Yeah,
ahead of you.
like exactly, just a stage ahead of me. So it's like I don't know. It was really cool to like see like where he's at, and it's like always like similar. And like I'm like, okay, well, maybe like things like the world does. Well, I'm not gonna spoil. The world sucks, right?
It's like, spoilers. The world sucks.
We all know
in
that.
case you didn't realize.
Yeah.
Bro, I did not know that.
Yeah, bro, watch the special. You'll learn a lot of things. Like people aren't nice.
I mean, bro, what?
Yeah.
Bro, you still going?
You need money to live.
I'm literally done.
Nah, no way, bro.
Hey, chill. Stop playing, bro.
Existence is pain and happiness is an illusion. Like
The world is perfect. Ain't not a bad thing. Let me stop.
ain't not a bad thing. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, recently for me, most of my time has been. I recently just got a new PC for my editing stuff like that, but it's also a very good gaming PC. So I thought, why not for my first game to start it off on? Why not start with the gem that is Cyberpunk 2077? No, that's a joke, but I actually do love this game because it actually runs well on my system because it's like top tier equipment and it's like the only one. It still glitches, like it still glitches pretty frequently.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing this game, I'm like, it like makes me mad because like I'm upset that like not everybody can experience this game because like if this game was able to be played on like normal consoles, like this would be like a GTA level game. This game is so much fun. It's so fucking cool.
That's
like it's
tough.
so the story is incredible, the gameplay is incredible. Like driving is so nice in this game. Like the gunplay is so nice. It's so good.
Phenomenal.
Oh my god, every single character in this game is so good. They're so cool.
Yeah.
The world is so interesting.
It's
It's so different, unlike anything that like I don't play games like that much, but it's at least unlike anything I've experienced in a game before.
The actual working game was worth the hype.
Yeah. And you as someone who attempted to play it on a base system,
like a miscreant.
Miscreant.
I do honestly, man. I think it's really cool that
you
like
peasant.
because like you were playing Cyberpunk. For those of you who don't know, I did not own Cyberpunk. I own CyberJunk. It's a very unfortunate PS4 version.
Oh, okay.
And bro,
so you got the scam version.
I got the stupid person.
Okay.
Bro, we already talked about this, but like when I compare like the finished product on PC to what, and people have already heard this, but still, like to what like I played on PS4, bro, the gap is insurmountable at this point. It is insane. It's like they're two different games. I feel like one's Cyberpunk and one's like GTA San Andreas for like a game. It's like that bad.
But like glitchier somehow.
Like
it's
still like more broken.
It's like GTA's like better. It's like a better game.
Like bro, I can literally count on my fingers the amount of glitches. No, I couldn't actually. We just run out of time. Like there's just so much, and they're all like significant too.
Yeah, like I even saw like yours runs really well, but even yours like
I still get
sometimes
minor
glitches,
glitches,
right?
yeah.
Bro,
But it's
like why didn't they
it's-
just like finish the game?
It's nothing that like interferes with the game that much. Like I've never
Okay,
had to
still-
stop playing
but
because of a
you
glitch.
bought a game.
But yeah.
Like why didn't they just like finish the game?
Actually, yeah.
It's slightly buggy for you. Like it should be slightly buggy for him.
Yeah, that's
you
how
know what
it
I mean.
should-
It is unplayable.
Like your shit is like some like next level nice ass like gaming shit.
I like. I mean, because the first trailer for this game came out in 2013.
Yeah.
So it's like there's literally just no
Okay.
excuse for it being
Yeah,
2021 and still not being able to. It came. The first trailer for this game came out a year before the PS4 and Xbox One came out.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for it not being able to run on a PS5 or Xbox Series X. Like it just does not make any sense. It's ridiculous. So it's like I want to be like CD Projekt Red. Congratulations, you made an amazing game, but like at the same time, fuck you, because like it's so annoying that no one can play this game because this game is so good. This is one of the best games I've ever played.
I shouldn't do this, but I'm generally so disappointed because it's the same company that made the Witcher game, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's a bestseller. How do you fumble this?
The Witcher 2 and 3 are supposed to be like some of the best games ever made. I haven't played them, but they're supposed to be amazing.
That to like,
It's because this is the same level in terms of content.
yeah.
Like the story is on the same. I mean, I haven't played the Witcher games, but from what I've heard, the story's on the same level. The characters are on the same level. The gameplay's on the same level. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, but you would think the developers, like the engineers, like actually know what they're doing. At this, I don't want to shit on them too hard. I'm just salty.
I don't think it's there. I think it's the blame goes to the
obviously like the suits. for rushing in
the
and stuff
suits
like
at the top level for not hiring enough people,
Yeah.
trying to get it out for as cheap as possible, and then putting out a game that was not
that's
finished.
their job. That's their job. minimize like what you put into it and maximize profits. That's literally like their obligation to the company, legally speaking. So how can you blame them?
Because the game sucks.
How can you blame
for, like,
them though?
most
They're just
people.
doing their duty.
I'm gonna blame them.
Yeah, the consumer
Yeah.
got deep dick to
Yeah.
that scenario.
I'm still gonna blame them.
That doesn't happen. When is
You
that?
sound Timon sounds like a corpo to me.
What does this mean? Does
Oh,
that mean?
yeah,
Does
so
that
you
mean
don't
I
know.
like the big corporations?
Yeah, so
I
like
do.
this world takes place.
I love them. Yeah.
It takes place
Why
in
wouldn't you?
America in 2077, but it's
Okay.
it's like more likely that it's like America in like 2030.
Is Joe Biden still alive?
Not that I know of.
He's
Probably.
actually still president.
Oh yeah. I mean, like if they had those texts and shit, he'd never let it go.
Yeah.
He never let that shit go. Bro, see, I'm actually a corpo, and I'm still mad at the corpos at CD Projekt Red. I think they did like some dumb shit. Because even we're gonna max.
I'm actually a corpo. That's hilarious.
Like,
I love that you're self-aware. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Alright, is that what you picked in the game?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Fair.
Because like even like I don't know if my like goal or whatever I'm like a financial analyst or a fucking I don't know head of like profits or whatever at CD Projekt Red, it more so seem like I'd want to get this game as close to perfection as possible, so I can unless
Why do the Rockstar
pre-orders were
method
that
when
good.
like they like you've seen it?
Yeah.
Like gaming has kind of
It's
trended this way, not like this way, but like it's you don't really have to like make something that's amazing as long as it has like really good like and like I'm not trying to be that guy because I'm not a big gamer myself actually.
guy.
And, like every game I play, I damn near like. So I'm not like shitting on games. I'm just saying like most games seem now to just be like movies and like there's this like good video I say by like Owen Shannon. On like, YouTube. You should like check it out. He talks. I forget the exact name of it, but his whole channel is pretty cool. And he talks about like he talks about like how games aren't like really like focused on the game anymore, and it's more about the cinematic. So like I was like watching Cyberpunk, and I was watching like your shit, and I was like I kept saying this, and I'm curious. Do the cutscenes work well on like the PlayStation? Is that like the only part of the game that's like fine, or does that even bug?
It's weird. There's not really.
Yeah. The cutscenes are like the way the game works is
Like,
like
how
the
does it work?
cutscenes like cut into the game.
But you know like those like
You know what I
scripted
mean?
parts where you're not controlling
'Cause,
it.
like,
Do those things play smoothly?
Relative, because you never really see like a cinematic of
Yeah.
your character's
I
face and
know.
stuff like
It's
that.
like you're interacting with other people.
When it's like you're not playing and the game is doing it,
Yeah.
it does kind of work, but like it
It
still
glitches?
looks shitty. It doesn't glitch during
Okay.
that, but it still looks shitty.
Fair, but like that's the part of the game
That's
that
like the
they,
one
they,
part
they
that
care
I guess,
about.
yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
the
Like
one part that
it's gonna look
actually
shitty because it's like meant to work on something stronger, right?
Yeah.
But like, I was curious about that because I was telling him I was like, my guess is that the only part of your game that really works is that part.
Yeah.
Because like, it's all about like cinematics and like
Yeah.
making stuff look cool. Because people like me are just gonna be like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's
so
true.
it's like kind of affecting like
Eat it up.
people who are like actual like gamers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I say like actual gamers as if there's like a divide, but like you know what I mean? Like it like
The
kind
most
of brings down the
oppressed group
quality.
of all.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, overall, I guess.
That kind of made me think of something really controversial,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna drop it anyway. I feel
Mhm.
like
yeah,
the-
we want to hear it.
the second best example of it, I think any game that can actually do what you're saying, like just literally make the cinematics fire, but also kind of have the game work and be fire as well, is The Last of Us, like both 1 and
Yeah.
2. But I think Zero Dawn Horizon does it better. Y'all ain't gonna hate me for this.
Then The Last of Us.
Yeah, because
I
like
never played it, so I can't speak
So
to it.
you
Josh.
mean wait? Do you mean like it just does that better, or it's like a better game?
I think I personally like The Last of Us more than Zero Dawn Horizon, but I think it does that aspect better because like the cinematics will be insanely like beautiful. Like they look so vivid, like you can reach in the screen. And it goes directly from cinematic to gameplay, and then even like during the base game, because it's also a free roam game, so even like during the base game when you're just dicking around doing stupid shit, it still looks like you're in a fucking cinematic. It still looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
and
that
it's a
game is on my
massive
list.
game,
Now that I
too.
have like a system to like play on, that game is
It's
on
a
my list for
massive
sure.
game.
That's how it is with like I know the game sucked as far as story, but Kingdom Hearts as far as how it played and looked was the same way.
Same thing.
You go straight from like it was like so beautiful. I was like,
And
that's why you waited, but you
isn't that
waited
game-
so long to make the worst like story ever.
Also, like,
you
Zero
took
Dawn
20
too.
years. For
Yeah,
this?
for this. You forgot your own story. You like forgot it halfway through. All right, sorry.
No, isn't that game also free roam too?
It is. It's
Hey.
like free-ish Rome.
That's
you
cool
know,
as fuck,
with like
man.
a pointed story.
Like Last of Us kind of.
Yeah,
free roam.
Last of Us type of free roam. There's objectives and shit, but there's a world to explore.
Hey, see, and like Zero Dawn is literally just like you can go, like it's kind of like, I don't want to say GTA style, but like you can literally go at any point on the map, and honestly kind of like Cyberpunk free roam. But like I'm also bringing this up too because it sucks that game got undershadowed. Did not sell very well, which sucks.
Horizon.
Yeah.
Oh well, they're getting a sequel. It's coming out this year, so I mean
that's good in itself.
It at least sold enough to get
yeah.
another one.
I feel like
but
it
hopefully
deserved
it's
more.
not like hopefully they didn't like slash the budget on the sequel.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully not.
Because
Yeah.
who knows? It hasn't come out yet. We don't know. But I've seen because like I said, I haven't played the first one, so I've been avoiding trailers and stuff for the second one because I don't want to get spoiled. But I've seen like stills of it, and it at least looks like it's on the same level of that. But who knows?
Better be. It better
Yeah,
be better.
who knows? But yeah, that's been taking up most of my time. Other than
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. We're gonna get into My Hero later, so that's like the other thing. But all right, let's talk about probably the biggest news story because it was like several different news stories that took over this week. We got an insane amount of Spider-Man news. So to start, the first the big of confirmed news was that we found out that Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to be playing Kraven the Hunter in the Kraven the Hunter movie, which was probably about a year ago. We found out that they were making a Kraven the Hunter movie.
But it's Sony, right?
Yeah,
it's not
Sony.
Marvel. Yeah.
But yeah, well, I'll get into that. So the biggest thing about this casting for me is everybody on the internet seemed to have the same reaction I did, where it's oh, I did not expect this casting at all, but this is an amazing casting. This is great. Everybody was throwing around. They were throwing. Oh, who was the guy they were throwing around? I can't remember his name. I'm blanking. But yeah, nobody expected Taylor Johnson.
Something is it Joel Kinnaman? Or...
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman. Yeah, from Suicide Squad and shit. Which was he'd be cool, but I think Aaron Taylor Johnson's a better actor than Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aaron Taylor Johnson's a fine actor.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets the accent a little bit better this time. But, it wasn't terrible the first time.
Yeah, he's gonna have to work on that, or just
It was just a bad. There was
or
no
they just
direction
rewrite
for the
him
accent.
to
There was
that.
no direction
Yeah.
for the accent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hopefully.
They're just just give a accent.
Yeah. They both of theirs were not close to each other at all.
But how do you guys feel about this and just a Kraven movie in general?
I think it's cool. I think it's cool Spider-Man's in it. I heard that it's confirmed Spider-Man's in it, right? He's gonna be in the Kraven movie, or am I tweaking?
Yeah, so it's not. I don't know. So when they hired the writer said that he was under the impression that Spider-Man was gonna be in it, but that was over a year ago, and that was before all of the new deal with Sony and all that stuff. So who knows?
Well, if Spider-Man's in it, I'm totally down. If he's not, and it's just Kraven booling around, I'll be a little less interested.
Yeah,
I don't care to have a Kraven origin story myself personally. Just I'm not invested enough to watch a full movie around him. Maybe when it comes to streamers, if it's good, I'll watch it. But I'll let the masses quality control that one for me. But if Spider-Man's in it, I'll be there in the theater, plugging my ass in the front row, because I love Spider-Man. It's my shit. So. That's how I feel.
The masses quality control. I'm not super excited. I'm not bouncing off the walls, but
yeah.
I'm just the doors creaked and I'm peeking in because the Venom movie was pretty good. And I actually
that
wasn't
bad.
It was decent.
And Kick-Ass was
Kick-Ass was fire.
I like
Yeah.
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass is a fire-ass
fire
movie.
film.
Hell yes.
Fire film. So shit. Let's see it. I'm down.
Yeah, I feel a Kraven movie is it's nothing I would ask for.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna make it, I'm I'll watch that. Especially, and I will say Aaron Taylor Johnson definitely increased my excitement a little bit.
Yeah.
Because oh, this will be cool. It'll probably be a little bit different of a take. I don't know, because he's a little young. Well, I guess he's not young now, but I don't know. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It intrigues me. But off the back of that story, I believe it was the CEO of Sony, someone who works at Sony, or at least someone who is in charge of their
The CEO of Sony just says
Yeah.
so this is what's gonna happen.
They were asking him about he was doing an interview and he was asked about the Kraven news and then also the new Venom movie that's coming out.
Okay.
And just someone asked him the question of whether or not the universes will ever cross together in any way, and he didn't really give a concrete answer, but he said basically he was watch No Way Home, and by the end of No Way Home you will have a idea of how these universes will cross together. So like he did kind of confirm that they are going to cross over at some point, but we don't know to what extent, because there's a lot of theories online of like different ways that they could do it. So we don't know how exactly that's going to happen. But I mean, we at least know that it's in the plans for them to cross over, which is like news, but it's also like, I mean, yeah, no shit. Like we all kind of saw this coming. Like,
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I agree. It's like it kind of was probably bound because like Spider-Man was gonna probably be like Sony was gonna let him just not be in their like whole villain universe. Like what the fuck is the point of those villain movies if they're like not gonna have Spider-Man in them? So I feel like a Spider-Man will be in them. I don't know if it'll necessarily be Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They might do a thing where they like split hairs and like somehow resurrect one of the old ones in the new Spider-Man movie. Yeah. Resurrect one of those storylines and then like throw that older Spider-Man back into their universe and like set up what they tried to set up a long time ago with like maybe Marvel like will help put it up for the movies and that's how they get Spider-Man like in their universe. I don't know exactly what it is, but they make sense. You know, like it was gonna have to cross at some point.
It's like it
was going to have to. If like they're gonna have Spider-Man, they had to like address it because like the public is stupid. We'd all be like, why? I don't think people would just like accept. Especially like it sounds. But you're right. It kind of does sound.
Spider-Man?
But it kind of does sound like It does kind of sound like it's gonna be Tom if it's like how they cross over. I don't know.
But like it's also like I mean,
alternate universe Tom.
But it's also like he said by the end of No Way Home, and it's like
does he die?
It's the worst kept secret that like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are like probably gonna be in that movie.
Like,
so like you know what I mean? He could be like because a lot of people are saying like it would make sense if they just rebooted a Sony Spider-Man universe and Tobey is Spider-Man. So like that could be what he means is like okay, Venom and Morbius and Kraven, they all exist, but in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe. You know
that's like kind of what I was trying to like outline with what I was saying. So hey, I'm with the other theorists.
I find this genuinely just so like hilarious. Like Sony's like, what's that thing from the Bible?
They took it. They like tore the baby in half.
Sony Spider-Man.
It's so stupid. It's like kind of dumb. I'm like I'm here for Spider-Man content, but like I've been saying this for a while. The more convoluted things get, the more they're gonna fuck this up, like they kind of did with comics. So I'm like kind of like hoping that so I'm hoping they figure it out like before they fuck this up like they did comics. Yeah. Cause like it's like how much can we watch and like how much do they interact? And now I feel like not even the good, the best quality of superhero film, like you know like consistently Marvel is now forcing you to watch like a Sony movie to understand their shit. Bro, it'd be too much. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, I will do it for Spider-Man, but like, I don't know how long I could. It's like
Venom. I'm down to watch because like, and I did watch it because it's like a cool character. I'm down for Venom too. Like Kraven and Morbius, I'm down because those are cool characters. But like, they apparently have like a Madame
I don't trust
Web
Jared Leto. That's
movie.
another one for the.
I'm not saying it's going to be good, but I'll at least give it a try. Like my intrigue level is enough to give it a try. But like, they're saying they're making a Madame Web movie. It's like, bro, who wants that? Like, who asked for this movie? It's like movies like that are like, I mean, yeah, like I'm a simp for Spidey, so like I'm gonna watch it, but like I don't really want that movie.
Madame Web, I don't know. We'll see. There's like too many spider people out there right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't need to like keep opening it up. Like, can you give it to us in phases and like give it to us like with like different ones, like have the spotlight at different times. There's like 5 different.
I think they know that like we're in a superhero bubble and like it's going to burst at some point, so they're just trying to get as much shit out now as they can.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
Like,
I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
But I like Spidey, so.
But then on top of that, a big leak came out for No Way Home, and don't worry, I'm not gonna say what it is. Good. I did read what the leaks are, and it's basically a pretty minor outline of like how the plot of No Way Home is going to go.
How did they just get like outlines? Who did this?
Yeah, I don't know who. But then, like, I don't know. It was very weird because the person who broke the story,
got this?
the person who broke the story was a reporter from Collider, which is like a very reputable source. Yeah. So like we can, like, you know what I mean? I'm not doubting for a second that this is true. And then afterward, a bunch of people came forward, and confirmed it afterward. A bunch of other like leakers and reporters, and they were like, "Yeah, I've heard this too. I just didn't want to say it because like." it basically spoils the movie.
Damn.
So like a bunch of people came forward and they're like, yeah, like I knew this too. I'm just not like, I didn't want to like tell you guys what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Like,
that's like
yeah.
so bad.
And then people like me who have no self-control are gonna look at it anyway, and now I know what happens in the movie. But basically
bro,
the big I mean, I don't mind, like, you know what I mean, I'm not complaining for a second because like it was my own free will, and I would do it 10 times out of 10 because like I just need to know.
Hey bro, if we were in the Garden of Eden, bro, I'd be scared.
I just need to know. Oh, I'm grabbing that apple right
bro,
away, bro.
That's just scary.
Licking that shit clean.
Yeah. No, I'm eating the core and everything. Eating, swallowing the seeds, bro.
Pussy, you know?
But yeah. So I won't say because I know you guys. I don't think you've looked into it but it confirms a lot of stuff that has already been rumored that I know you guys know, and then adds a few minor things on top of it, and then kind of explains how things end, how things come together, and how things end. Because like, it's like no secret that it's gonna do some multiverse shit. Like Doctor Strange is in it, and it explains a little. Yeah, it's like,
oh my god,
on, yeah.
Watch both universes now.
It's like, oh
now
my
Doctor
god,
Strange is in the Sonyverse for this one. It's like fuck.
Yeah,
god
and
damn
then
it.
like
DC's gonna somehow get involved. It's like, oh no, Batman's here. And then, fuck, god damn it, why? Batman. Oh fuck. It's end stage superhero films.
Oh my god, is that Naruto?
Oh my god. Bro, I bet one day.
Crossover.
But yeah,
the best
basically
is Naruto times Nike.
Oh,
that shit was fucking.
Yeah, those.
That shit was kind of cold. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, so it was kind of like, yeah, now most people on the internet know what happens.
Thank goodness I've been off like the interwebs for a little bit.
The good thing is, it sounds awesome.
That's cool.
It sounds like a fire movie. I can't wait to watch it now. And
what
then there was a
like
bunch of info on.
I hope they're misdirecting.
Yeah, that's possible.
I don't want them to like just like tell you what the movie is now and like see like backlash and then just like change it if it's backlash.
I don't
or, like keep it if it's not. I don't
think it's misdirection because usually
they just get to like make a movie like, well, I guess it's not terrible if like they like leak it and then like change things that people don't like. But like then like the stuff that people like, you know, that takes away like the whole like you have to make a movie and like take a risk. I feel like these leaks have to.
I haven't seen anybody respond negatively to the leaks in the movie.
I'm not saying.
I feel like everybody I've seen has read it and been like, "Yo."
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like now studios just get to tell us what the movie is. Like it's no different than the Sonic the Hedgehog shit. That's just this on crack. There's no way that a Disney film's outline just got out just because like these leakers are like major hackers. So, like they're not,
absolutely.
Like, they're not like some like there's no way. Like it's the Disney is saying, okay, we're gonna put this out. We're gonna see what they like, what they don't like, and then they just change shit now that people don't like. But I'm saying that's unfair because then the stuff that people like the stuff you're saying, like what if it's just a hit and just have a hit. Just put it out there. It could just be a hit, you know. And if you have a stinker, then stinky boy, like it's gotta go. You don't need to like get a second chance. Like that's not how this should work. But I mean, I'm happy it sounds good. It's just like it just feels like cheap to like always like. It's like, how do they always like know? Tell me like who? But like even like the Playboy Cardi leakers, it's like bro, it's not no way.
Yeah.
No way. This is always just some like guy on his laptop like leaks your shit. Like bro, what?
Cardi's just passing his songs out at the
yeah.
store.
Like what? I don't know. But it is. I'm happy it's good. I'm excited to see it. Thank you for not spoiling.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that would suck.
I wouldn't spoil. You got to read at your own will. But yeah, it's
I feel like, bro. Also, you could probably just like watch. You could easily just listen to a podcast like this, and just like find out without like knowing. Like the big twist. It's like no.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
And it's like it's things that like. There's things in it that are like, I mean, yeah, considering how the last movie ended, like
fair.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then there's also shit that's like, whoa, there's like, it's basically like, so there's obviously been like an insane amount of rumors of like who is going to and who's going to not appear.
And it tells you that.
And this sort of tells you who is going to appear of the people that have been rumored. And it tells you how it all kind of fits together, which was the cool thing for me because I was very we talked about this before. I was very skeptical. I was like, I feel like it's not gonna be a Spider-Man movie if all of these characters are in it. You know what I mean? Like if all of these, like, or even if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, and it's not going to be a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, then it's like, you know what I mean? You're watching a multiverse or Spider-Verse movie. But I mean, like I said, it's just an outline. It's not like I read the whole script for it. But like this sounds like it managed to do that balance somehow, and I'm very intrigued by it. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, I mean, I'm happy. I mean, I'm glad it looks good. I hope they don't change anything if it's that good.
Yeah.
And like, shit, when it comes out, it's like in December, right? It's close.
Yes.
Like, see, it's so close. Like they're like, last second chances, like last second for reshoots. It's like fucking assholes. Just put out the movie. But I'm really glad that they did it well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this movie now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been excited. Like there's been like 3 of these, and I think the one thing I say on like every podcast is like, that's the one thing I'm excited about with moving forward with the MCU and stuff is Spider-Man. That's my shit. So yeah.
I mean, I think we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah, it's true.
How do you? John, I'm interested to see how you feel about this, because I know that you're not as big on Tom Holland Spider-Man as me and Timon are.
Nah.
And you're more of a Tobey guy, and so like with the rumors that like Tobey might be back, and like I said, there are nothing in these leaks that I'm talking about says anything about when I said earlier that like Tobey might be taking over the Sony. That's strictly just people saying they want that to happen. I've heard no actual confirmation. You know what I mean? That's not. So I'm not spoiling anything by saying that. I'm just saying that people want that. But like, how would you feel as someone who's like my Spider-Man is Tom Holland, and I know that you feel the same way, Timon. But like, I know your Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire. So how would you feel about like a world where they both exist? Because I know you like the Tom Holland ones too, and I like the Tobey ones.
I do like the Tom. I don't hate those movies. Yeah. They're really cool. But no, like Tobey, I'm a Tobey stan. That shit was like, I don't know, like those are the movies I like saw first with Spider-Man. Those
I feel you. Yeah,
the Spider-Man thing. Fuck. And
same,
I think
it's kind of same low key. So yeah. I feel you.
Like I like Tobey. So seeing him on screen again would be weird, because like he's probably gotten a lot older. But like I'm here for it. That'd be pretty cool. Definitely would probably convert. I'd probably watch that. Like actually, like if they could like if they put Tobey in like that different universe, I'd probably devote like a decent amount of time to that.
Would you watch both? Or would you drop off from watching Tom Holland's?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like I couldn't do that because those are going to be crazy. I'd probably try to find a way to watch both, honestly.
Yeah, I will too, but it's interesting to hear from your perspective as somebody who's not like a necessary Spider stan, like the two of us are like.
Nah, because like they're pretty big movies, you know what I mean? They're kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
I think I've seen pretty much all the Marvel movies excluding Captain Marvel.
You haven't seen Captain Marvel?
Another one who hates hates women.
No, like my point being for even mentioning that was like Marvel movies are really hard to miss because they're so big.
No. But like that one was like one of the bigger ones though.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
one of the ones. It's in the top 5 best selling.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like a huge.
It made over $1 billion.
Really?
Actually, what's crazy is they've made so many movies that are over $1 billion that it might not be in the top 5. Oh, okay. But it is very it did very well.
So much.
I like it's worth watching once. I saw it once, and I don't really have a desire to like watch it.
I always joke around like these people don't hate women, but what's it called? I watched it once. It was good. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
I saw it in theaters, and that was like cool.
Yeah.
Like we watched it.
Like honestly,
so I wouldn't go again. Yeah. But
if you wanted to watch it again, I would watch it with you, because like it's been like 2 years now. Like I would watch it again just to be like, I'm very excited for the second one now that Miss Marvel's gonna be in it, and I forgot Monica Rambeau's gonna be in it too.
Yeah.
Because like both of them are like way more interesting to me than like the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. So that's like got me into that one.
Yeah. I will probably give it a watch at some point. I just kind of like, I'm just not in a rush because I feel like if like me watching it now is more so because I have to than want to, which is fair.
I mean, I wouldn't say you have to watch it. I'm just saying it's worth watching once if you want to.
Okay. Well,
it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. It's like a Marvel movie, so it's always fun. It's just like it was an origin story, and like they didn't really do like it didn't really have it just didn't have like the at least for me it didn't have like the emotional weight or like even coherency as like a story. It kind of was a bit frazzled, and I was like, how did you guys like kind of fumble on this one? Because like this one was like supposed to be super
it's in
important.
the weaker
it's in the weaker tier, but it's not terrible. It's like it's like above like the bad Thor movies and movies like that. So it's like, I don't know, in line with like a movie like like I don't know, like the first Captain America, which is fair.
That's a pretty good comparison.
You know,
Yeah,
like, it's
I'd say
like
it's
I
about
never
that
go
good.
back to the first Captain
I was
America.
actually thinking about that. Like, that's a movie I don't think I'd want to rewatch.
Yeah.
But like
Been
it
a
was
while,
worth watching
actually.
the first time, wasn't it? You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So I'm not saying you gotta watch it.
And
but,
then they
like,
made his movies team up movies like they're doing with her. So like maybe it's just like when
That's
they
the
don't have
method.
one, they
Yeah.
just kind of
same with Thor. Thor's movies weren't
yeah,
working,
and
so
then
brought
they became
Hulk in,
team
yeah.
ups. It's like their formula. But I mean, yeah, it's worth the watch. Everyone, that's
Alright.
before the next one because I feel like the next one's gonna be super important if you're
Oh.
like paying attention to like
I'll probably give it a
Overarching.
watch.
Yeah, I got a
stories.
feeling it'll definitely be. Yeah.
I'll probably give it a watch.
she's like the new like I don't know what is she? She's like the first her. But the new like she's like gonna be like a leader, right? Isn't she? Like now that she's like the strongest one, isn't she gonna like take over?
Oh,
some
of
shit?
like the Avengers or
yeah, isn't
something?
that what people are like saying and shit?
Yeah, it's possible.
kind of
I don't
like
know
a
because
vibe.
Thor's still alive, so like I
He's
feel
like
like it's
off in
still
space.
him.
He
But
fucked
yeah,
off in
it
space.
feels like Love and Thunder is gonna be the last Thor movie. So like once he kind of dips, they'll probably go to her to be like the leader of the Avengers. Cause I mean it would either be like her or Black Panther, but like now unfortunately Black Panther's not an option. So yeah, it'll probably be her. And I got to be honest, I'm not really excited about that because
they could revamp the character.
yeah, I mean,
Not like revamp, but like just like give it a better story.
yeah,
You know.
they need to write her character better. Her characters, they don't put a lot of effort into writing her, and it's
Yeah.
annoying that they've just clearly like yeah, but
Also, it's a little bit tough because like the whole movie was her like finding like making connections for the first time.
Yeah.
She didn't have like anybody she was like leaning back on from like
Yeah.
the past. Oh, I guess. Yeah, she doesn't. She did. Wait, was that her flight chick? Wasn't that like I forget the plot of the movie? Like Monica Rambeau's mom.
oh
Like,
yeah, they were like pilots
together, and then
yeah.
she. So like, how long was she gone again?
a while
Anyway,
because
I forget.
she hadn't had the kid yet. I don't think so.
The kid was
I
like
don't know.
4. It was
Yeah.
like 4 years.
But I mean, yeah, that's still yeah. Okay.
No, she wasn't.
So
4. She
I
was
don't
like 10.
Yeah.
I'm like lying.
I don't know.
But I don't know. Sorry. Anyway,
I don't know. Yeah,
long story short, the movie's
I don't know.
fine.
Yeah, I don't
Watch
know.
it. I think it's solid. I think you should give it a go if you're like watching Marvel overarching. But if not, you don't need to. It's not like one where you're like, oh, you're missing out. But like, if you're paying attention to Marvel, yeah, you're missing out.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
all of it. But I don't watch like the Thor ones.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't watch like the Dark World one,
Really
or like I don't
I-
remember
I-
the first one.
Those movies, yeah, those are also in the weaker tier. But like those movies, I have a soft spot for the first 2 Thor movies. They have a lot of replay value for me. Like I genuinely watch those movies like pretty regularly, but they're not that great.
Fair.
But they have a lot of value.
To each their own.
But getting into a little bit more of the immediate Marvel. This coming week, we're gonna get the first episode of the brand new Loki show on Disney Plus, and by our next episode, 2 weeks from now, we'll break down the first 2 episodes for it. But I wanted to start with a little like sort of preview of Loki and like what you guys are looking forward to and what you expect to see, what you want to see in the new Loki show.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even think of that yet, really. Like, what I'm looking forward to and what I want to see.
Mm-hmm. Are you excited? Are you not excited?
Yeah, no. I'm more so curious than excited. I do have some
Yeah.
reservations, though, from the trailer.
Okay.
Just because, like, it seems... Wait, did you see the trailer?
I have.
Oh, okay. It just seemed kind of like... I guess the best comparison is, like, another Falcon and Winter Soldier. Just, like, doing its own, like, different thing. Loki's, like... Literally, like, just, I don't know.
What do you mean, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Like, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like it would just explore a space that didn't really lead to anything. At least anything with stakes for me, personally. Something that I'd, like, be on the edge of my seat for.
But you're black. There's a black Captain America now. You're not excited about Black America?
Black America. But no, like he's, like, doing something with, like, the time police, I'm guessing, or something like that.
Yeah,
Time-
he's like
time
hopping through
variance
time.
of
Yeah,
things,
Which
yeah.
seems kind of cool. It's like I never really thought about that.
He's
or
a time popo, yeah.
time popo. So like, I'm just kind of like curious, but I'm just overall like chilling on this one. But I will watch it.
That's funny.
Big chill.
I mean, I'm not like not excited. Like we talked about this. Thought Falcon was cool. I liked it for what it was in the sense of like representation, because like it was cool. I feel like there's like a little black kid who probably watched that and was like, oh yay. There's like another one. There's 2 of them, mommy. There's two superheroes that are black now. Even though Falcon was like always just kind of there. He was like always there. They could have just
He was
like
always a hero.
He could have always just been
But they
raw.
just
Yeah,
finally acknowledged it.
they're just finally after all that time like yeah he's a hero.
Look, Mom, black people exist now.
But they could have just also like added a new black character that was just like original and like Captain America died. But I mean, anyway, like so like that was cool, so I liked it. WandaVision was sick in my opinion. I liked that one a lot. I liked them both a fair amount. So I'm like kind of at this place where I'm like I feel like Loki's gonna be at least the same level of good, because like Loki as a character is one of the more captivating characters in like Marvel's catalog, in the sense of like what's his name, Thomas
Hiddleston.
Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston is like
they're
very,
both Brits.
yeah,
Or no, Middleditch is Canadian. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like very good at playing that character, and like he's always been fun whenever he's like on screen. It always like electric. That first Avengers movie wouldn't
He's
have been like
perfect in
that great if it wasn't for him.
He's perfect.
You know,
in that
like
role,
he's really good. He's one of their better villains. So it'd be cool to see like knowing like where the character goes, in the sense of like this is a past version, I guess, and of him. So like it's like very interesting to see like, you know, where the character goes. I'm sure he's gonna like see himself get killed by Thanos or something during
that's
this.
gonna have to happen.
But like it'll be very curious to see like where the character goes from the standpoint of like, you know, like we know he has the capability to grow, but right now he's still like a mischievous fucker in this like version of himself. So it'll be cool to see him grow and stuff, and like see like where the story goes. But I hope it's not just like a retread of the same arc he went through the first time. Because if so, then like what's the point? He died. You should have just left him dead. You're just like kind of like, you know, he's like awesome and like as a character, and like it'll be fun for like everybody. I mean, this might be in the comics and shit, so I don't know like where this is grounded in and like all that stuff, because I understand there's a bunch of shit that like I don't know about. But that being said, I like don't know if like the movie world needed like their like cinematic world needed it necessarily, but like I'm excited to see like where they take it, because I like Loki. You know, I'm just curious like how, and I say this often, like how many like, because you know next is gonna be Armor Wars, you know, like it's like how many like characters are they gonna like do this with? And like I feel like what you're saying in the sense of like it feels sometimes like it leads to nothing, because it's always like you can't watch it and like be fulfilled. And I guess that's a television show, so that's good, but these are all like kind of like mini series. So it's like, I don't know. It's interesting to see like how this plays moving forward, because like I know these are gonna be important, and I don't know how important to the movies, but they seem to be pretty important in the sense of setting up movies and stuff. And like I don't know how many like series I can watch necessarily, like, you know, but I'm excited for it.
I think I'm excited for it, because I mean, who doesn't like Loki, obviously. And then also recently the showrunner just teased a lot of like really big implications for the Marvel like universe. He said that.
See, that's cool.
He said that he was like, it's gonna have a lot of big implications, which is like, you probably could have expected that, because the showrunner for the show, who wrote every episode, also wrote Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So it's like, okay, yeah, those are probably gonna connect. Yeah, it's like, you know, you wouldn't hire the same guy if they're not gonna connect. And he's a Rick and Morty writer too. That's like what he's.
I feel like I damn near like called that.
So yeah. So that'll be cool.
I low-key capped on one thing too. There was a Highlander trailer that made me really happy, actually. It was Owen Williams.
Oh yeah.
Owen Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, I like his voice.
Yeah, he's funny.
He made me laugh a little bit. So I think that's gonna be a really cool part of the show too.
Yeah. It's a cool premise. It's just like Loki fucking around in like time.
And like literally Owen Wilson there just kind of fucking back.
Yeah, just like they're all just like dicking around in time.
What are you doing?
Yeah. But if it's like, I hope it just doesn't become like, remember this Marvel moment? That was crazy. But like the whole time it was Loki in the background doing this one thing. I hope that's really just not where we're going.
It was Loki all along.
Yeah, literally like, oh, he's got a song too. But
remember Infinity War? He was back.
Yeah, he's just like back there. It's like the Loki that dies at the end of like whatever is actually that Loki, because he like changes with his other Loki. So then like that Loki's now back in the real verse. Like I hope it's not something like that. But
Gravity Falls that shit.
Yeah. But I'm like very like, I do like Loki, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm making fun of myself. I'm just kind of like, at the end of the day, I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
Like they've released a lot of shows, and like also with watching like the Bad Butchers, I'm like on my like Disney fill right at this point. I'm like almost full. I'm like, bro, just get me to Spider-Man so I can like refill a little bit. But I'm really excited for like to see what happens, you know.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Like I said, I'm very much so curious. I just have reservations. Like nothing bad. I just like things I don't want to say, or things I would hope against. But I'm very curious. Like I do want to watch.
I am like I also am.
What do you like think is going to happen in the show? Like, what do you, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's
No,
going to be the storyline of it? Because we really don't, you can't tell from the trailers.
I have no idea
and, like,
whatsoever.
where do you think it's going to leave us in the Marvel universe? You know what I mean?
I have
Where
no
are we
idea.
going to end up? Because, like, this show's weird. Like, it's going to play with time. So, like, we don't know when it's going to end.
Exactly.
You know? Like,
and it could possibly take place at any point. It could
Yeah.
be endless. That's the thing. I have no predictions or hopes of what I want it to be or where I want it to go. I just hope it's not a big circle and then there's nothing. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel that.
Or like it's literally just some Agatha shit or something like that. Like just something that was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I feel you in the sense of like, WandaVision did feel just like, because I never thought of it from that perspective.
WandaVision I actually like.
And I no, I agree with you, but like I feel you on that like Agatha all along thing. Not because like the show's bad, it's just like it felt like a big circle just to like get us back. Like I don't know, like Wanda could have had that arc off screen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like she could have like gotten into like the spells and shit and like this and become the Scarlet Witch off screen without all of this. But it felt like just like you're right, like a big circle just to bring back Vision, because like they can't just like commit to killing a character, and then like you know like they're like I don't know, and like just progressing her power along and like giving like the context. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel you on that. Like it felt like it just kind of went in a circle.
Yeah. I will say. Like,
I also feel like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier kind of did the same thing.
That was a
But,
complete
like,
circle in my opinion. Like
yeah.
WandaVision I liked because like that was like that circle was cool along the way.
Yeah, that's what
And,
I
like,
agree.
Wanda's alive still, so it's like with this
Yeah.
like what like you can't really improve Loki much unless they're gonna do some like weird like loophole shit. But like, I would say Captain and Winter Soldier. I almost said Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's a better example because like that was a circle, and like at least personally for me, I just don't think anything happened. Like
Yeah.
no, what's his face is like, he's actually black now, I guess, or he's actually a superhero now. But like, I don't know.
They could have just like done a Falcon thing, or they could have just had him become Captain America.
Yeah,
You know, like without like the whole thing, where like we could have just seen, like he could have just pulled back up and been like, "I'm Captain America now. I
Yeah.
took up what Steve asked me to do," because that's
Honestly.
ultimately like was the whole show was just him being like, "I'm gonna do what Steve asked me to do."
Yeah.
He could have just done that, and like we could have just seen him next.
I mean, it seemed inorganic in
You
the
know.
show anyway. No, I can't.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
No, I am very curious though, because
I am
I want it to
curious.
be good. I think it'll be cool. I really want to see like the Owen Wilson and Loki or Tom Hiddleston dynamic. I think it'll be funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Also, WandaVision stands. Don't come for me. I like this show. I like it.
That's probably my.
It's like probably my favorite of the ones that
I was
come
gonna
out,
say yeah, same here. It's probably like my favorite of like the last three.
That's one of my favorite like Marvel things
I
so
feel you.
far,
Yeah.
like including the movies.
Oh,
It's just
damn,
it's just nice
really?
because it's different, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
like
just so
it was
much
like
fun.
nice to get that little moment away.
Yeah.
It's just like I wish like there was a little bit of something more, but like I don't know what exactly it is. I like can't put my finger on it, but it does feel like it was like. I just wish it like kind of I don't know.
Mm.
I felt like stay tuned for the next thing.
Yeah, it felt like they were teasing a lot more than what actually ended up happening.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that was a little disappointing.
And also they could have
But-
taken it a little bit further in some places. But I mean, like, who am I? I'm like just critiquing these people. Who are
Yeah.
on the show.
Also, yeah, there actually was some other news. I forgot their name, but the writer of WandaVision signed a deal with Marvel to like write more content in the future, like some sort
Hopefully
of
it's
multi
Wanda related. Yeah.
content deal. So yeah, it could be Wanda related. It could be like branching out into other stuff. Like I could see them doing some new stuff. I don't know if it's movie, Disney Plus shows, that kind of thing. I feel like the future of the MCU is on Disney Plus, but they're never gonna leave the movies. But I feel like Disney Plus is gonna get a lot more.
I would agree.
Yeah. And
It's
then
a bubble though. It's like the houses. Eventually, someone's gonna have to like pay.
and it'll be the
gonna
little guy. And then for our last segment for today, we have been watching the latest season of My Hero Academia. And we're going to talk about the past few episodes. So, spoiler warning for My Hero Academia so far.
Watch
up through
that shit.
season 5.
Watch that shit.
Yeah.
That shit good as fuck.
So let's go around. Let's get some initial thoughts.
One of y'all go, because I read it, so like I haven't like watched, so I'm not sure exactly what has been covered, but I know like where you guys
okay.
left off. So if you guys
Yeah.
want to just like
I can start. I don't know. a lot has happened, but also not really at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
that's a good way to
huge
put it.
Revelations have like come forward, but in like just general, it's just like it's within that like tournament.
The
like,
characters
thing.
aren't like doing anything. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like,
but we've gotten a lot of info.
Yeah, like I'm still here. I'm a fan. I'm watching and I'm enjoying what I see. So like, that's good. I haven't seen anything I disliked, except like, some of those tournament matchups were bogus as fuck. Oh my god.
Like who?
Yeah, like what?
Momo, like the creation chick. Like, I forgot who else was on her team, but her team got beaten by Comic Dude.
Hey, Comic Dude's
Manga
Comic
Dude, bro.
he's
Manga
sick.
Dude was raw.
Manga guy
But like,
is like amazing.
I just, bro, if you like had grabbed me like maybe like a month ago and like literally vocalized that to me like with your mouth, I would have probably like blew a gasket or something. I don't know if like
Bro,
for me,
it's so funny.
Bro, that was
It's
like one of my
self-aware,
favorite parts
yeah,
of the
it's
season
hilarious.
so far.
I guess it's
genuinely.
funny.
I lost my
don't
shit.
know.
Like I was watching with you.
Like
I
he's
lost
like
my
he's
shit
like living,
when I
yeah,
saw that.
same.
Yeah.
He's like laughing. He's like laughing
Yeah,
at
that
like
was
the
so
whole
funny,
concept
bro.
of like
I don't know.
everything.
It just didn't do it for me personally. I guess
That's fair.
I kind of watch it for. I personally like the cooler quirks. Like my favorite character is now Bakugo. I love every
Bro,
inch of his fight.
Bakugo's like one of my least favorite characters. I fucking hate that.
He's cool
dude.
as shit. And maybe
He's
some-
so
interesting.
annoying,
He's
bro.
like he's like
I obviously love Deku. But
I
he
get it,
gets
like-
the Sasuke like treatment where it's like, of course you love Sasuke. Like he's Sasuke. But I will say, I don't know. I didn't like hate that or disliked it. I just thought it was goofy. I personally thought it was like I guess kind of funny, but it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way when they got beat because I was like, damn.
I feel you on them getting beat. They shouldn't have got beat.
You really
Yeah.
tell me
Because
that
like wasn't that Mushroom Girl?
Bro, you really
Mushroom
tell
Girl
me.
ain't like why all of a sudden like
Bro, because that's a raw quirk.
Like,
Mushrooms.
bro, this chick can literally make anything from her body. And I forgot who else was on our team, but like she got beat by a chick that can literally make mushrooms pop up, and then comic nigga.
like the mushrooms would have like killed them. Like,
Yeah,
the
no, okay,
Tokuyami
that
like,
was a
dying.
really cool. That was a really cool.
That part was like crazy.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
because like that part I did think about, but I didn't think they were gonna do it.
Yeah,
And then they did, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. But
And manga dudes, he like kind of is OP for no reason.
Yeah, he's like
He
actually
like
really
throws
strong,
like sound
yeah.
effects and then just
Yeah.
like huge.
That shit looks like it hurts.
That's
bro.
hilarious.
I'm honestly curious to like, because like where does it end? Like I guess how much goofier can the quirks get?
I feel like any goofy character is never going to like actually like affect the storyline.
Yeah.
Like
I'd hope
heavily.
not. I'd hope
At least
not.
not yet.
I mean, it hasn't happened.
It hasn't
yet.
happened yet.
I'd hope not. And I guess I get it. That was more so comedic relief. I just didn't do it for me.
No, I feel
It
you.
just didn't
I
do it
feel
for
you.
me.
Comedy is hit or miss.
A hit or miss?
Can't all be hits.
I guess out of I don't know. I'm also just more of like in that kind of like arc too. I was just more so like there for like, all right, I want to see someone get their ass beat, and I want to see someone beat ass, and that was just one of like the lower tier quirks. Which I mean, I guess those exist, but another thing too is like, I don't know what I was expecting this to be was something huge. You have like class A and B, like the two best. I'm assuming hero classes go against each other. Who's in class C then? If comic book niggas like out here whooping, like I don't know.
See,
Shit
that's
like
the thing though. He's still like strong, like one of the strongest ones, I guess.
Yeah, he makes
Yeah.
comic book noises.
Hey.
That's just goofy.
Hey, but like he makes explosions just from his words. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, and also just the fact his face is a manga page is
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's
Like in the
like,
comic,
were you born like that,
no,
bro?
like no, it's like not a mask. In the comics, in the actual manga, like they have he does this thing where like you know like how mangas are, they're between they'll have like little drawings and shit, and like they have him in like relaxed clothes, not in his like superhero fit, and his face is still like a
came out
manga
the womb
page.
like that?
Yeah, he like came out like that. It's like kind of funny.
And I get it. It's an anime, so like it's like it can do that, and that's completely fine. It's
No,
just-
I feel you on not liking it though.
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit too goofy.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I really like where everything is. I like know like I don't want to be that guy. So, it is, but like I like did read a little bit, so like I kind of know where like things past where you guys are, like where it takes it, and like I felt a lot of the same ways about like not like manga, dude, but like how you were talking about it, and like it's like not a lot has happened. Like a lot kind of like will be happening and unfolding. So this part, I don't know. This part's kind of cool, from the standpoint of just like seeing like I mean, well, you guys know obviously like that he's like all of a sudden just like manifesting like other powers and shit, and like it's like just pretty interesting to see like where this is gonna go. Cause remember a while like one of our last podcasts, I think it might have been the last one. I said like I think he's gonna become the strongest character, one of the strongest characters in fiction, and like that was like partly why I said that, cause I didn't know if they'd get there that quickly. Cause I don't know how like I don't usually read mangas like concurrently with animes, so it's like I wasn't like exactly sure how the pacing would be.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that shit was like he's gonna be like so sick. Like I cannot wait to see where this goes. Like I love that he's just like I don't know. like Jesus or whatever. You know?
Yeah, but he cries though, so he's still not. He's still
Oh, yeah.
not a real
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
Bro, I actually did
Fair.
think that.
I'm joking.
When he was discovering his like other thing, he was crying during that too. God damn.
He always does, but it's just part of the. You just gotta.
Yeah.
You just gotta get
I've
on board
accepted
with
that
it.
now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Deku's whatever it is, Deku's going to cry.
Ha!
Which is, I guess, that's fair. I'm
Yeah.
giving that. There's different types of strong. There's.
See,
I just like roasting Deku.
Yeah, I know it's so much.
fair. Hey, I agree though. There are different types of strong.
There's bitch.
It's like, cause like, you know, I feel like it's like very interesting. Like, there's a lot of niggas who be like, yeah, I'm so manly, but when shit gets to shaking, they're the first niggas.
Anybody
to
who says that.
it's
is
like
wrong.
anybody who like is like, you know, like, I don't care if you're crying, if you're about that shit and like standing up for what you believe in,
Yeah.
that's respect.
No, I agree.
But I feel you. It is funny to make fun of him because like
It's very-
he's always crying. like
literally every context.
Yeah,
I've
like-
never met a nigga like that, but I'm glad I've met a character like that because that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's
It's funny.
interesting.
No, I feel you.
Like I gotta respect him for it. To be honest.
Yeah, of course.
It's just at certain points I will be like, damn, it's not kind of.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
feel you.
There's a few points where it's like, bro, again. Like it's just like
Oh,
it gets
just weird.
it gets a little it gets like a little bit tiring to watch because it's like, bro, I don't want to like see this all the time. Like
Hey.
you know, like
See, I look at it from two angles. One, I look at it from the angle of like, yes. I look at it from the angle of like, I feel like that's like definitely people's existence though. Like people like definitely like are not emotionally stable, and like a lot of people like manifest that through tears. So I'm like, for all of like fiction, we always get like the same kind of archetype of like mentally stable, sane person who like doesn't feel shit. I feel like I'm like not mad at the opposite end of the spectrum.
yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that you guys are, but I just don't. I'm saying I personally don't get tired of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's like that's who he is. You know, like I feel like I have like friends who have like weird weird quirks. Like I feel like they have like weird like shit about him that I'm like, that's their weird thing.
Yeah.
And like and they always do it. I'm like, bro, that's weird as hell. But I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
It's Deku's show.
yeah,
I'm not gonna stop him.
you're not wrong.
Do your thing, Chief.
But like it is like a lot. I wish they like I wish they like did it in the standpoint of like show him struggling in like other ways. Like they could have easily just like had like at the beginning of the show it kind of was like he was having like, these inner monologues and like it just be like looks of like damn I suck and like you know shit. Like it's like okay that's like probably more realistic to like what actually happens in real life.
Yeah.
But then like he just like went overboard with the crying. I do think it's a bit overboard, but I'm like something like that probably exists because like you know like I don't know like
different niggas out there.
Joe Biden exists.
I thought it would stop almost. Like I remember in the beginning, I was like, "Holy!" Like I was so shook. I was like, "Wow, this dude
That's
cries
funny.
a lot."
Yeah,
And I thought-
I do remember feeling that way too. Yeah.
I thought the more and more he progressed, he'd eventually kind of like I guess what's the best like he'd like anime remake or whatever, where like he's just like a different person, no more crying. Which
just turned into Sasuke. Imagine if Deku
essentially.
just by the end of the show was just Sasuke.
He
It was
could
just like
be. He very well could be.
completely like
I'm
emotionless.
glad they didn't do that though, because I will say
No, I
that's
don't
true.
want them
Yeah,
to.
no,
I'm
like-
just
like,
saying that'd be fun.
definitely-
Like,
never know.
you gotta laugh if that happens.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I was the best.
Wait,
like,
you guys have spoilers for Attack on Titan, like kind of like how like Eren is
Oh,
Yeah.
in Attack on
Yeah.
Titan, just complete complete 180.
yeah,
Like dude,
We need to
That's a
burn
really-
Yeah.
everything.
like I did not see that coming. So
Yeah.
that'd be crazy if they did some shit like that.
yeah. I would say Tokyo Ghoul also did a transition like that, and it was exactly similar. But no,
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do that because like Deku's
Fair.
very unique. He's like his own character.
Yeah,
So like yeah.
but it would be interesting to see like I do think like more often than not a lot of times like the world turns people like that into like
just like Sasuke is.
yeah you know
Yeah.
like people like closed off. Not like he's just like so happy like, even though he's still sad. It's like
Nah.
which one is it? You know, you can't be like he's just like super happy all the time, but like also
No,
sad.
I've seen like
I don't know. It's weird.
I've seen like
But I
three of
guess
those
that
stories
works.
end though. I'd rather see Deku's personally.
No, I feel you. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm just like
Yeah,
it's just interesting.
I'd
to
say
think about.
I'd say for me, one of the issues with the crying is that it's like always like super exaggerated. Like it's like when he cries, like he's just sobbing. Like and it's like bro, there's like level. It's like you
Fair.
know what I mean. It's like
Loki.
I don't know, but again, it's not like. I think it's blown out of proportion.
I do
in
think
terms
it's
of
'cause, like,
people
they
complaining
do
like it
jokes.
ruins the show. It's like no, it
No,
doesn't.
no,
ruin
it's
it.
not
And he
that
like played
But
off
it's
his
just
jokes
like-
and stuff
yeah.
at times. Like he like his self. I don't know. The one thing I'll say about this show, like everything that people ever critique it for, it's like making fun of itself for
Yeah,
at the same time.
it's very.
Like, it's very self-aware. I
On
hate
every
saying
level.
something self-aware, but like it does feel very like self-aware of itself. So that's why I'm not mad at it. Otherwise, I'd be like, bro, You know, but yeah, I agree. I'm like excited.
Yeah.
What do you think of where the anime?
Yeah, I've liked the season so far. I mean, I have some of the similar feelings as Ja, where it's like I'm kind of like a lot of these big things that's happening with like One for All. It's like I feel like they're just giving it to like keep you going through like not much is happening in terms of the plot of the show. They're more so expanding lore and stuff like that, and they're just kind of giving you these big dumps to be like, okay, that's enough to get you through like 3 more episodes, and then like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel that way. So I hope.
No, that's fair.
But it does feel like something big is going to be happening soon. They had that sort of tease with like I almost said One for All, but All for One in jail or something, whatever. And like obviously Shigaraki's just still, you know, he's just still Shigaraki. So like something's gonna happen soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like I hope they get there quickly, because I'm starting to get a little bit like.
I agree.
It's like the show. In my opinion, it's like the show's biggest weakness, and the like because of like the pacing maybe.
Yeah.
But like I feel like in the manga it goes by a bit quicker because you're reading yourself.
Yeah.
And you can pace it yourself. So like these like fights aren't like super long.
Yeah.
You know, like
and
so like
there's been a lot of
quicker.
flashbacks recently. Every episode with the fight, they like show you the last fight in the episodes, and it's like, just watch that last week. I don't need to watch this again.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But like where it's going, I will say like a lot does happen. So like the stuff that's happening here, it's like cool. Like you're right. It's expanding upon shit to like drop you into some shit. So it's cool. Yeah. But like that sucks that they're pacing it out like that slowly. Like each of those fights could have been. Are they like? Is each fight ever more than 1 episode?
I'd say they kind of.
There was like the Bakugo fight was 1 episode.
Yeah.
I think the
first 2 felt like 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think the first one was 2, but then the one with like Dark Shadow and the girl who can create everything, that was like at least like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And it was like I was like that one. I was like, bro.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, they did not need to make any
like,
of those.
Yeah.
They did not need to make any of those that long.
I fuck with Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow is one of my favorite characters.
Bro, he should not have lost. Anyway,
yeah.
I was also gonna say Deku kind of reminds me of Steven Universe in a bit.
Fair. I like. I'm still pretty early in Steven's universe.
Well, I just mean with the crying.
Fair. Yeah, he do be crying.
Yeah.
I think it's funny though. It's really funny, but I like Deku.
I will say
that's
the
like
one thing. People like you talked about this in a video that will be coming out soon.
True.
That a lot of people compare the show to Naruto, and it has not. I still like Naruto more than the show. I would be surprised if I liked the show more than Naruto by the end. But I will say the one thing the show has going for it is that it's able to keep as many good side characters as Naruto. Like all the side characters are as interesting in the show in Naruto, but the one like the biggest problem with Naruto is that Naruto's not the most interesting character in Naruto. But in this show, Deku is actually the most interesting character. Like he's the one I'm always most, into, like the one I'm always the most like. And like I said, he does have flaws. So like that's cool that they're at least able to do that.
Yeah. That's fair because I am Naruto. Good.
See, I also like both. Like obviously I like Naruto and like I like My Hero. I like My Hero a bit more than I like Naruto at that point. In each series, kind of, and
it's like
it
needs to finish before.
Of course. I'm only saying
like,
only because I feel like I like as a person just like prefer Deku as a character at that point in his like I like Naruto better in Shippuden than I did in the first part. Mm-hmm. You know, and like that's not like you only get that if you get the first part. You know, so I'm not like saying like I didn't like him in the first part, but like I do think as the series went on, he became the most interesting character. You know, like progressively over the series. Like at the beginning, he like was the least interesting, and then like as it went on, to me, he became the most interesting for me. Yeah. So with Deku, it's like you're saying, it's been that way the whole time. Yeah. So I like enjoy, like I've been enjoying watching his story a little bit more earlier on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like they're similar characters, but they're different because like every character, every main character is kind of similar in some way to something else. Yeah. And like
it's hero's journey.
Yeah, it's the hero's journey.
It's all the same shit.
And like I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I think the one thing that it has going for it myself is that like Naruto ended on kind of like a skid. Yeah. It kind of tripped into an ending. Yeah. And it sounds like it sounds like it's
fell
like
face first.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's kind of like like okay, at least in Boruto.
Yeah.
But like that's a whole different series. So like you kind of the final fight was amazing between Sasuke and Naruto. But that was to get there. tough.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like My Hero has the chance to like make itself something that's very like concise and like a better like overall like watch in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That's true.
I like Naruto a hell of a lot, so it'll be like pretty crazy if that happens. But I could see it happening for myself. But yeah, I'm excited to see like I know where it goes, but I'm excited for you guys to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And talk about it more.
Same here.
What about you, Ja?
No, I'm pretty excited, man. I low-key thought of a great idea. See, you watch South Park, right? You know, you know, like the PC babies.
Mm-hmm.
They should make like the My Hero Academia babies. That'd be so cool. No, I'm literally joking. That'd be nah.
No, you could have like your.
I don't know where you're going with that one.
That'd be.
You could have like you could have like no, it's like cool, and it's like baby Deku and like baby.
They all know each other
baby.
for some
Yeah, they're all their friends, but they like don't acknowledge that they knew each other when they were kids. It's its own spin-off.
Nah, I'm messing around. Like okay,
it's like literally what they did with SpongeBob. they made that prequel
literally.
where they like all went to camp together, but it's like wait, but how come they're like all?
Why does he meet
like,
Sandy like the second
like,
episode?
Then why does he like meet Sandy for like? It's like okay, fuck continuity. Not that I'm like a big stickler for the SpongeBob canon, but like that's kind of dumb.
I am. The fuck is that? Leave this man shit alone. He's like turning in his grave, bro.
Literally doing backflips in his grave. No, I'm super excited, man, because it's a good show. It's a good anime. I'm on board for it. I've liked what they've been so far, so just keep doing that, and you'll have me as a fan.
Fair.
It's that simple.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
And we'll be checking back in with My Hero periodically. Probably not on the next episode, but most likely the one after that. But I think that wraps up pretty much everything I have to say.
Yeah, that's all I got. I mean,
today,
let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. So, So for our next episode, expect for us to talk about Loki and break that down on top of, and then we'll pick up on the Bad Batch again. Depends on what happens, because not a lot has happened recently in the past few episodes. We're not gonna talk about spoilers. Yeah, but like.
Omega.
Yeah, I don't know. But maybe we could also talk about, because I know we all have a lot of thoughts on that. So maybe we'll check in on Bad Batch too, and then just whatever news. But in the meantime, where can they find you guys?
You can find me at Javon Thompson at LinkedIn. If anyone wants to add me on LinkedIn.
What if you get like a bunch of LinkedIn?
Please connect with me. I'm a professional. If you need any advice on
what do you do? What's your job?
I am actually a part-time cuddler. I will cuddle your couch. Literally cuddle for $300 a day. Or $300 a session, sorry. Booked out.
That
through
sounds
June.
like a steal.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
See, I have like I'm a professional actually. I have tools and shit like that.
As someone who's cuddled a job before, that is a very cheap price.
Client recommendation. I'm booked out through June, so hopefully next month. Or find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jevy_19.
Hell yeah.
I mean _99.
You can find me at TIIMON_ Timon. That's me.
You can find me at _Liam Baker. And then you can find us at Pop Culture RDTBL on Twitter. I tweet a lot of like just dumb shit and memes off there and respond to recent news if you're interested. But yeah, thank you guys for all listening. And we will see you next time.